And we know that just January, we had the gold track going to school. Well, ultimately, no, that would be the green track. And they went to meet the gold track in school. We're talking the double track system for senior high schools. And we know that the whole placement had been put in some perspective. But if you listen to commentary and also get to look at postings and content on social media, it looked as if that people were perhaps confused about the state of the calendar and whether the regular students in third year, who are just the normal students, first term, second term, third term initially, how they were going to run the track vis-a-vis what the semester system is, because we all know ultimately those in second year, they're running just 2 semester systems. Now, we also have to get some more clarification on the subject, and that's why we decided to invite into the studio the public relations boss of the Ghana Education Service. We're talking to Cassandra Twum Ampofo. She's here. Good morning to you, Cassandra.
Good morning.
And yesterday you came out with a statement.
Yes.
And the statement basically was to clarify what?
Well, very good morning to your viewers, and let me take the opportunity to wish them a happy new year. We started the implementation of the double track, the semester system this September, and prior to that we had started the communication. And in every communication, you know very well that you need to listen to your feedback. And so that's what we have done. We listen to what people say. And like you rightly indicated on social media and others, especially when school reopened for the green track, we had some feedback, certain calculations and some misconceptions about this whole, the calendar itself. And so we needed to clarify the exact number of days that the students were going to spend in school. And so basically we all know that this semester or this time we are running the semester system just to synchronize with the tertiary institutions. And within the semester we have 81 teaching days. And so it means that each 81 teaching days makes up a semester. And so we have 162 teaching days for the year. And so within the semester, we have the double track.
Do we need to put something on air so that you clarify
yes,
for us?
so
Okay, so we'll put something on air. And what we're putting on air is the table.
Yes, it's the calendar.
It's
how it's
you
been
call it
structured.
the calendar.
Yes, we call it the calendar.
But we still see red in there, so we get
how it's been structured.
Okay, and so we'll go up, yes. And then when we go up, yes, we'll get to find, this is just a reopening date or what will be done, right?
Yes.
So we go to the next page. If you get to the next page.
Yes, when we get to the next page, we have the table with the colors. And the first one, let me begin from the third years. You realize that the third years have the red color. We have indicated the red color for them.
Okay.
And so, but before then, we have the first semester and the second semester, and it's being divided with that black line. And so the third years went to school on the 11th. They went with the second years on the 11th of September and vacated on the 21st of December. So when you look at the third years, instead of the vacation period, stretching to the 28th of February, we have brought their second semester forward.
So just to give them,
they are now starting the second semester on the 5th of January, and they are in school. To the 1st of June. Yes, to the 1st of June.
So they'll be in school for 6 months.
Absolutely, and this is to give them time to study because they'll be writing. Yes, they'll be writing.
What sin did they commit?
Well, they need time, or we need to make up the time that they would have lost at home. Okay. And that is the reason why we asked them to come, to give them ample time to prepare for WASI.
And the WASI will be taking place May, June?
Yes, April, May. That's when they will start, and by June, the last person would have finished the last paper. Okay. And all of that. So then we move to the second years. They are in the blue color.
Now, second year is blue now? Well,
we have indicated for you to understand.
This is just for the emphasis of this?
Absolutely. Okay. That's why we've given you the colors. Okay. And so for the blue, the second years, they also run for them, whether it's double track or single track, it's semester. So from the
second year, they are not running
They are not running the double track.
Yes.
So
they are in the normal calendar year, but
absolutely.
then it's been phased into 2 semesters.
Yes.
Okay.
So from the 11th of September to 21st, they vacated. So as I speak to you, the second years are home. They are on vacation, and they would report to school on the 1st of March to begin the second semester. And this same period, the first years who are on the single track are also at home.
That's the blue.
No, that we still have the same. When it goes
no,
up
the blue
bit,
is the previous one. Those in second year.
Those in second year.
They will go to school on the 1st of March.
Yes.
And then they are going to vacate on the 5th of July.
No, yes. Yes.
That's what I have.
That's how
the statement.
Yes, that is right.
And so now the first year is where we have the double tracking.
Yes, and the first years we have.
And here they've been represented by green.
Yes, we have green and gold. And
okay.
mind you, we still have first years who are not on track at all.
No, we're not talking about them yet.
We are not talking about them yet.
Let's talk about trackers.
All right. So for the trackers, the green track went to school on the 11th of September and vacated on the 7th of November. They spent 41 days, 41 teaching days. And then they vacated, and now they went to school. They are in school. They went on the 5th of January. So,
and we should indicate that when they vacated, we had the gold track
coming in on the 10th of November. And they also came home for the Christmas holiday. Theirs, it wasn't vacation. It was for Christmas holidays.
You didn't inform us that you allowed them to come home.
Oh, we did. Yes. So they came home for vacation. And so on the 5th, both tracks, that's the green and gold, also reported. So green was reporting from its vacation, and then the gold also from the Christmas break. Okay. So as I speak to you, we have green and gold.
So all of them came home for Christmas?
Yes, they came home for Christmas. For green, they were already on vacation.
Yes, I do know.
And so gold came for Christmas.
Okay, so
now they have met.
So now, and gold resume on the 5th of January. Okay. No, that's green. They resume on the 5th of January.
Then
to go and meet gold.
Yes, to go and meet gold.
Yes, which was already in school.
Absolutely. Just that they came home for Christmas holidays.
Yes, let's forget. It's they're coming home is,
yes.
Let's say they are still in school.
Yes.
So from the 10th of November, the gold track, they continued being in school with the exception of the small days to come and spend time with their family for Christmas until the 28th of February.
Yes.
That's when they'll spend 41 days.
So now until the 28th of February, that's when they would vacate. I mean, the gold track, they would have done with their first semester from the 10th of November to 28th February. Each semester has the 81, just like I indicated, it's 4 months. So on the 28th of February, the gold would end its first semester.
Having started from 10th of November.
Sure.
But then they would have been in school the time they vacate with green.
Yes.
Green would have continued.
Yes. Now green would, so that's where a lot of people are getting confused. People think that green will also come back home.
Okay. But so that's what you want to clarify.
Absolutely. This time, the green would continue to the 10th of May. So they spent 41, they came home for vacation. They are now going to do the full semester, 81 days, and then they'll have another 40 to make up. So it's like they would be going 3 times. But for the gold, when they are done on the 28th of February for the semester, they would vacate and then come again on the 11th of May and then till it ends there. So for the calendar, let me say that it's not like the 81 days that people are speculating, that they are only going to spend 81 days and write their final exams. It's 162 teaching days.
That is for
the track.
For the track.
Yes.
So you're saying that by the time they go and write the end of semester examination, they would have spent 162 teaching days.
End of year examination, they would have spent 162 teaching days. It's for second, third, and then even the track.
So it means that the student will not be assessed using any examinations until the end of the track year.
We all know that even at the university that we have changed our system, I mean, just to synchronize with them. At the end of every semester, we write an end of semester exams. So that's what's going to happen.
After now 162 days?
No, after 81 teaching days, they will definitely write their end of semester exams. As for the end of year, it will also come on. I mean,
Okay.
just like it happened when we were doing the termly exam.
Okay.
So now we have enough teachers because we have recruited, and each track has its set of teachers. And so based on whatever has been studied within the period, the teachers will set the end of semester or even mid-sem questions for them to answer. Okay. And so that's how it's like.
Okay. So far you've mentioned end of semester and you've mentioned mid-sem. So let me just get a clarification for us, the parents who have children in the schools. At the end of the semester, they will write examinations, or they'll be assessed through examinations.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
What do you call, formally as Ghana Education, so what do you call that examination? Is it the end of semester examination or end of term or what?
Yes, we are not using the term, so
it's
end of semester now.
Or you haven't found a terminology for it
Well,
yet?
now we are going by the semester, so it's end of semester. We are done with the trimester term.
All right. So if when will a student be assessed? At the end of how many days?
At the end of, like,
having been in school,
having been in school for 81 days.
That's when they'll be assessed?
Yes, that's when the semester also ends.
Okay.
Each semester has 81
days.
Yes.
So they will be assessed at the end of the 81st day, or they will be assessed by the end of the
by the end. It's just like when we're even running.
So you use a week or something to write exams.
Absolutely. Yes, we always had.
It's still within the term.
Absolutely.
Or the semester.
Just like when we're doing the terms, we had a way of having the exams week somewhere, but within the same, calendar.
So can I conclude then that, in a year, or for the students, you are spending 81 days in school, and at the end of, or by the time the 81 days end, you would have written your end of semester examinations, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so within the year, 365 days, how many teaching days are there?
162.
162 teaching days.
Yes.
That is double 81.
And then the one.
Is that double 81?
Yes, that double 81. Okay. It's
so
81, 81. And let me explain the teaching days. It's a technical term. It is not the calendar we are talking about the calendar year. These teaching days is devoid of the weekends and public holidays. So yes, when you are calculating, you have to take all
we're talking
weekends,
teaching days, not the number of days spent
not the
in
number
school.
of days in the year. Just like
because each week you have how many teaching days?
Each week we have 5.
Good. So that's all. We're talking about the 5, 5, 5.
The teaching days.
So you've got into 81.
Yes.
Is that not what we're saying?
We picked all holidays out.
So does it mean that by the end of 1 year, and we're saying that by the end of 1 year may not necessarily mean January to December. It could mean the beginning of the 162 teaching days. By the end of the 162 teaching days, you would have written 2 examinations.
2 end of
yes,
end of you have your end of semester
81,
and then your end of
81.
year. Yes.
Okay. So in between the 81 days, would students be writing mid-semester, or how would they be assessed? Is it through classwork or what?
Of course, just like when we're dealing with when we're using the term 1, term 2, term 3, we had midterm exams, we have class tests, class exercises and all of that. So the teachers and the heads in the schools know how to assess their students at any point in time. It could even be that the school would decide to run a kind of test at the end of every week or even 2 weeks, and even decide the mid-sem. That one, we have left it in the hands of our
So you leave it to the discretion of the school?
Yes, they can do the end of semester. Some can decide to do it every 2 weeks. How you would assess them would also depend on each of the heads.
So that's the examination that they write at the end of the 81st, or by the end of the 81st day of having spent the teaching days in school, the 81 days. Okay, the end of the semester. Is it an assessment that is related or synchronizes with the WAEC assessment? Because when I was going to school, they have this thing that they are
continuous assessment.
Then they'll tell you that it's we're assessing you. Roland Walker, we're assessing you. It's for WAEC. WAEC is taking some 20% or something, and then your exam is another 20%. You got that certificate?
As for continuous assessment, all the time WAEC picks up the continuous assessment of students, and so whenever you write your exams, we put down the marks, and we have a place where we would have to fill the assessment and provide that information to WAEC. And so if at the end of the semester you write to end of semester exams, definitely your marks will be put down there.
Okay.
Yes.
Does it mean that WAEC still uses the continuous assessment as part of the overall assessment of the student at the end of the final examination they write in school?
For the
Let's say WASI or SSC, because I wrote SSC, so that was back in the day, the Colo times, yeah.
For the JHS, I can confidently confirm that
SHS, you can't confident.
Yes, SHS for now.
Not.
I would have to cross-check again from WAEC with how they use the continuous assessment.
Cassandra, it's serious, though.
Yes.
Because it means that we have deployed double track system, but the level of assessment, we don't know whether it's still continuous assessment, and so they'll use bit parts percentage, and then what you got in the final examination, that's what we call WASI.
I need to confirm from WAEC the percentage.
I'll give
percentage
you. We're a long way off WASI, so I'll
yes.
leave you for that. But
so
please
that we get
what?
to know whether they would pick whether 20% or 50% of their exams or end of semester score to add up to their end of year. Yes.
Don't worry, it's not a problem. But I know that those in third year now, they began as term 1, term 2, term 3.
No.
No, when they were in first year, they began as term 1, term 2, term 3.
Yes.
It was continuous assessment.
It was.
Okay. So now that we have transitioned into only 2 semesters, and I'll take it like normal man, Ashama man, it's 2 terms in the whole year, the cycle. How is the assessment done there? Is it still?
It's simple. It was term 1, term 2, term 3 previously, and now it's semester. So just like we have said, at the end of the semester, when you have your exams, the scores will be put down. So it doesn't change anything.
It doesn't.
It doesn't, because at the end of the term, they wrote exams.
Yes.
Just like
because the previous one, they were writing examination 3 terms in a year, or in an academic year.
Yes.
But now they are writing the examinations 2 semesters or 2 examinations in an academic year.
Yes, and that's at first we had I think 180 something days, but now it's 162. But again, it has increased the contact hours.
The contact hours are more.
Yes.
So it makes up for the number of days.
54 hours more.
Fantastic.
Previously it was 1,080. Now it's 1,134
I understand.
So the track, the semester has
if you
rather
ask me, the number of contact hours and the double track, fantastic.
Another semester, it has increased. So for that one, they have enough time to study, for teachers to teach, and for them to also assess the students. But the
students will be assessed in terms of their final semester examinations only 2 times in the academic year.
Yes, and it doesn't change anything.
I'm not saying it changes. I'm asking.
Yes.
All right. Per the assessment of the Ghana Education Service, do you think that level of assessment of students in their end of term or semester examinations only 2 times in an academic year is better than assessing them 3 times in an academic year?
You know, because this semester has increased the number of days, the number of hours, getting time to study, the students getting time to study, and we getting the time to teach and all of that. For us, we believe that once they have the number of days to spend and we are able to teach them, whatever we are able to teach them, we should be able to also assess them on that. And it is the same thing that we would have done for the term. I mean, the fact that we have moved from the trimester to the semester should not change how we assess or how we even teach the students. Okay, and then most importantly, now that we have recruited more teachers and we have each track having its set of teachers, I mean, teaching and learning is really going to be effective for, I mean, any assessments to be done.
Okay. You don't think that if you are assessing students end of term 3 times academic year, and then the psychological makeup and the posture of the students is different from when you are assessing them 2 terms or 2 times in an academic year? You don't think there's a difference? You don't think normal Ghana students there are very relaxed? Yeah.
That be Roland. That's why I indicated that even within the semester, we have made semester, and I said that even some heads can decide to even, I mean, test or assess their students every 2 weeks. We have some, even mock, when it comes to the final year mock, we have some schools that the 2-3 mocks. Some even travel more than they
do more.
conduct about 6 mocks
as part of the assessment. That's why you say you leave it to the, the school.
Yes. So for assessment, it's not only about the end of semester. It's not that we are going to teach them and then we'll assess them at the end of the semester. Even at the end of every teaching, I mean, every instructional hours, if you want to assess a student to be able to know that he or she has understood what you have taught, you can do it.
Fantastic.
If I have 1 hour, now we have increased the instructional hours from 40 minutes per period to 1 hour. Okay. And that has brought about that increase we talked about.
I noticed that the calendar you have given me, color red, color blue, color green, color yellow.
Yes.
I noticed that the yellow and the green, they all will be in school same time. When some people are on vacation. So it means that you are accommodating all the streams at the same time, both streams, both gold and green.
Yes, whilst the second years are on vacation.
On vacation.
And that's all about the double track.
Okay, so it means that you are accommodating all of them same time because the other streams are on vacation. So you are using their classrooms.
Yes.
So it means that I could have been in classroom A, but the next time, because the other streams are on vacation, I'll go and occupy the other classroom.
Yes, sure. Double track is basically to create space.
Yes.
I mean, to
so
create
space that is yours.
To create space, right? So if the 2 tracks are on campus and the second years are there, of course, they are creating space for both to be on campus. And that's why we said that at no point in time would you have all the students on campus, first, second, and then 3rd years all on campus to create congestion and all of that.
Fantastic.
So definitely at every point, one of them would be out.
Okay. Now, we'll open the phone lines though. So when the time is up, we'll open it. But
okay.
It means that the private schools are still empty. Have you noticed that? They are still empty. Or
the private schools. Yes, but we have absorbed 14 private schools.
Okay. So how many haven't you absorbed?
Well, I can't give you the figure outright, but again, you know, before we absorb, you should apply. We just don't get up and absorb your private school.
And you should accept any private school too?
Oh, of course, we also go around. When you apply that we absorb your schools, we have a team that would go and inspect, look at your infrastructure, your teachers and all of that. In case, you know, when we absorb your school, be ready to also let us know, give us your land papers. We have to be sure that there's no, litigation on your land. If your teachers are not professional teachers, we are going to clear them. If government is absorbed, we have to be sure that within 5 years we can use your facility. So we have a number of things that we consider. And so it's not just that the proprietor or the owner of the school must be ready to accept our terms and all of that, that indeed you are giving your school to government and you just can't come in and do anything that you want. So we consider all of these. And this last year, we absorbed 14 private senior high schools. And as I speak to you, they have their students. Yes. Okay.
So I noticed that there will be a vacation for those who are in 3rd year. But that is, that time they would have finished writing their WASI, right?
Yes, they would have finished. Yes, they would have finished.
Okay, so it's not really like a vacation. They finished school.
They finished school.
So then it means that we're going to move 2nd year up to go and replace where the red is, right?
Yes,
or when we get to that time, we'll again tweak the track.
No. Look at it very well.
No,
by the time
listen to me. I'm saying that by June this year.
Yes.
Those in 3rd year would have finished school.
Yes.
So then they leave the system.
Sure.
So I'm saying that can we then move the way the calendar is now, minus the red, move it up. And I'm saying that those who will be coming the next year, or from when are you going to?
September.
September.
Yes.
You are going to tweak the track again.
Okay.
Or it's still going to remain like this.
And so that's why I'm saying that this green and gold people, when they get to the 2nd year, they are no more going to stay in their tracks. Hey. So now they are going to run their semester. So it's the new group that will be coming, that will be doing the track. You understand? And so, again, let me say that the double track is not something that is permanent.
Wait, you haven't said this to us before.
Yes,
this is new. So let me ask you.
The double track calendar is not permanent.
You are saying that
it's a temporary
that those who are running the double track for first year,
when they get to second year,
it is possible, or it is that they will not run the double track in second year.
In second year,
they will not.
Yes.
So what would they be? They'll be running like the way that
the semester,
the second years are running.
Yes, they'll do their 81 vacate, 81 vacate, and then the new group that will be coming, I mean the freshers in September, would also be doing the track just like these people. Yes, but again, not all schools. I am very hopeful that by the time we even get to September, a lot of the schools would have fallen off the double track. Why? Because some of the schools have uncompleted projects of which government, the ministry is, I mean, working hard to
is it ministry
complete.
projects or get fund projects?
Well, we have get fund projects. We also have GOG projects and all of that. And the ministry is working hard to complete these buildings. And so if, for example, let me use my school, Ghana Secondary School, if they have Koforidua, I'm a beacon. So if...
let's give to your Warabuaji school.
Absolutely.
Great.
So if we have any uncompleted get fund and it's being completed between now and September, it means that if we are able to expand our space, we will be able to go off the double track, even for the first years and all that time. So it's temporal. As and when we get infrastructure for the schools and we open up the space, definitely they'll be falling off one by one of the track. But as it is now, if they don't fall off, once they get to Form 2, they will be running the semester and the first years will stay in the track.
Please, we want to open the phone line. This one is just a conversation. We just wanted explanations on how the track is going to run, especially from this semester and the rest of the academic year. And so 0302211691 or 2. Let me just again announce the phone line 0302211691 or 2. So we've come to the position where we're thinking that we have to compensate teachers, etc. But more so, some students would have been home for 41 days or have been home for 41 days. Initially, there was a talk that they will be giving some assistance by way of holiday classes or something like that. It didn't come off. I talked to some of them. That's it.
You know, when we started the discussions on double track, of course, we are also in touch with our stakeholders.
Who are the stakeholders?
You are one of them,
okay.
The media. And so we also listened to what they told us. And so in the beginning, we said we're going to have some interventions for them during the vacations. And then we had people also coming in that, no, vacation is vacation. Some parents might want to even send, travel with their kids. Others might decide to even move from one location to another. And so it's really not going to benefit all of them. It would, one way or the other, inconvenience some of them. And so we decided this time that once it is vacation, we should allow them to have their rest. Of course, they have been in school enough, so when they come home. But again, if a parent also wants to, have a private class for the ward, it's the responsibility of the parent. Education, like I always say, is a shared responsibility. But for us doing what we started with that discussion, but along the line, we'll listen to views from our stakeholders, and then we decided to go. So, but for the intervention, it is going on for the 3rd years because we have, moved their 2nd semester forward. Now they are in school as I speak to you. It means that we have, cut short their vacation. Teachers, Form 3 teachers who are supposed to be home enjoying are now to go back to school to teach them. And
whilst
that is what
at the beginning of academic year, you hadn't told them that was the schedule. Because when you came here in September, October, the schedule you are giving us is not different.
It's not different.
Well, you've tweaked it. I think is the English correct?
But I told you when I came, it was still in,
okay.
We were still discussing the double track.
Cassie, let's get on to the phone lines. We have Bingi Jingdanzo from Tamale. Good morning to you, Bingi.
Yeah.
Chala, I'm struggling with your surname. How do you pronounce it?
Tindanzo.
Gendanzo.
Tindanzo. T-I-N-D.
Tindanzo.
Yes.
That's about.
No.
Okay. Please, can you go ahead with what you want to tell us this morning? We're having some great conversation on the double track system. It looks very innovative, and we just need more explanation about how it's been implemented.
Yes, yes. I'm also worried about my younger sister in Kenya, and when they come on the holidays, it's like they are still going to stay for how many months now. So I want clarification from them to tell us how long they are going to stay at home, because they were home at December 21st.
Okay.
Now, after it's like they are going to stay additional 3 months, and it's like it was not part of their initial double track or whatever, because we thought they were going to run the normal schedule. Yeah, so now that they are going to stay for how many months now?
And if you say the normal schedule, what do you mean? You mean the normal 3-term system?
Yes, you know, they were the first pre-education students.
Okay, I get your point. I get your point, Bingi.
Yes, then now that they are coming to stay home about 3 months or so, it's going to be bad. So at least they have to come out again with their policies.
All right, we'll answer that. Let's take the second one from Adia, and Samuel Adia is calling us from Techimai. Good morning to you, Sammy.
Yeah, good morning.
Techimai, it's still in Bono region, right?
Yes, Bono region, but we are going for Bono East.
Okay, so now Techiman is in the Bono East region.
Yeah.
So Samuel Adia from Techimai in the Bono East region, please, what's your comment?
Yeah, I recommend the minister for introducing the double track system, but it seems much attention is not given to the single track schools. The single track schools.
Are you a teacher?
Yes, I said they are putting more emphasis on the double track schools, but much attention are not being given to the single track schools. Because looking at what is going on, we have teachers in a single track school who are teaching from 1 up to 3. And these teachers are not going on vacation. And in the single track schools, most of the schools are not also having some of the teachers. And they didn't post most of the teachers to the single track schools. So the students over there are also suffering. So I think they should also look at the single track schools. Thank you.
All right. And can you answer the question from Tindanzo?
Yes.
Tindanzo, and then also we have from Sami.
He wanted to find out how long the second years would stay. I mean, the second years will go back to school on the 1st of March.
Okay.
So at least from now to the 28th of February.
3 months.
Yes.
They came to the house when?
21st December.
21st December.
Yes.
Okay.
And so they'll begin the second semester on the 1st of March.
Very well.
And then for the single track schools, yes, I'm surprised he said we have not posted
term 1,
teachers.
term 2, or you are doing 2 semesters?
No, we are doing 2 semesters.
For even those that are not running the track?
Yes,
okay.
as for the term 1, term 2, term 3, you know.
It's gone for now.
It's now a thing of, yeah.
For now.
Absolutely. So I'm surprised he's saying they don't have teachers, because we took their needs assessment, and that was how come we posted the teachers. So it means that he has to come back again and give me the name of the school, and then we'll give it to the director HR to look at it.
Within the area.
We need to give them the teachers that they don't have.
All right, we have Basa Jan from Udumase. Which of the Udumases, please, Basa? Basa? Well, Basa seemed to have stayed on for too long. So we have Abdul Baki from Akwitia. Abdul.
Yeah, hello.
Good morning to you. Salam alaikum.
Good morning, Charles. I also want to make my contribution on the program. What I want to say is that I think the students should be advised to learn how to, accommodate the double track. Because the way some people are speaking, it's easy, they are giving the students the opportunity to go to school and relax. Because when people are speaking, they say, oh, it's no good, the students cannot learn, they cannot do this. What we are doing that, we are even encouraging them to also be lazy. We should be telling them to sacrifice. Because if a student and the person goes to school, and what we tell them is that, no, the amount of time allocated to them is not enough, so if they are going to fail, they also take it down there.
Now,
But that's why all of us have been students before.
Abdul.
The kind of
Abdul.
Hello.
It's not true that the time allocated for teaching in the schools has reduced or is not enough. That's not true. So, I think yourself to get it right.
Some people have been saying.
Do you know anybody who is enrolled on the double track system?
I have a brother who is enrolled in a double track. He came back, and today people are saying he is going to stay home for 3 months, which is going to stay home for 3 months, which is not true. They are going to, and then the way we speak on radio and television, it is even emboldening the students to go to school. Then when they come back and they are working at return, they say, "Oh, you see, we are going to spend 3 months home. I'm not going to be able to recollect what I learned at schools." A student, you spend 2 months at school, and you are telling me that when you spend 2 months at home, you cannot recollect what you learned in school? That is not. The student should be told to sacrifice. This is an intervention by the government. They should learn, because I attended school in a village. But before I get my school fees, after vacation, before I get my school fees, I spent another 3 weeks at home before I get my school fees to go to school. But I was able to learn, come back home today, completed secondary school, and I attended this thing.
You attended where?
So if they're this student, they should be told, they should be advised to learn and stop complaining about this teacher. No. They should learn. We didn't get that. They got it.
Abdul, thank you. I think you've made your point. We have to thank Abdul for that. Why is it that the comments or commentary around the system is negative? Is that the observation you've made at the education service?
Yes, when you read some of the messages on social media and all of that, it looks like we have given them some less number of days.
Okay, but we have Bassa. We lost Bassa the first time. Okay. So we have Bassa Jan. Bassa Jan, you're calling us from Odumasi. Which of the Odumasis?
Odumasi Krobo.
Oh, Ungesaminya.
Ungesamina.
Okay, please go ahead.
All right. Good morning, Roland.
Morning.
Looking at the timetable, there's a mistake. If you look at the GO track, the date, the year.
Which of the timetable? The new one?
Yeah, the new one. The one you display on the screen.
Fantastic. So which one? Which one do you have a problem with?
The GO track. I think it should be 2018, not 19. Yeah.
Oh no! Wait. The only mistake that was made was they resumed school, or they started school on the 10th of November 2018. I think that was the only mistake.
Yes.
Yeah.
So please forgive the education ministry for that. We're educating ourselves. Right. We don't want any misconceptions. Okay. So thank you for drawing our attention.
Information I want to. I've not finished. There's this information I want to give to Cassandra. I don't know whether she's aware. There are some subjects that they've not got the teachers for, and some teachers are handling the 2 tracks. That's the gold and then the green. So I don't know what they are doing about that, because up to now they've not got teachers handling some of the subjects, and a teacher is handling the 2 tracks.
You mean some of the schools? And which school is it?
Yeah, some of the schools. So that's the information.
Do you know any of the schools specifically?
I know that.
Oh, tell us so that it can be corrected, please.
All right, Akro Senior Technical School.
Which region is that?
Odumasi Krobo.
Oh, just around Akro.
Yeah, Senior High Technical School.
Accra Senior High Technical School. Yeah, I think that Cassandra's office will take a look at it. But let's take a call from our last viewer, and Yao Usman is calling us from Sopon. Good morning to you, Mr. Usman.
Good morning.
Please, you can go ahead with your comments.
Roland.
Yes, sir.
I need a clarification.
Cassandra is here. She'll give you.
Yes. Yeah. You realize that this green track, they are ending the semester February 28th.
Yeah.
And from the chart, you can see that immediately after that, they are continuing, they are beginning the second semester.
Green track.
If I'm right.
Green track is ending.
The green.
Yes, they are ending their vacation. Yes.
February.
All right, should I come in?
Hello, Osman. Oh, I thought he's. We'll try and see whether when we get him back on.
Yeah, so that was why I said earlier that we needed to clarify that bit. Some people think that at the end of the 28th of February, the green track would come home with the gold track.
But they are continuing.
They are continuing. So for the 8th,
the first started from blah 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 ended.
Yes, 41. So here
November.
within those 81 days, they are spending half of the first semester and then the first half of the second semester. So I hope you understand what I mean. So they spend 41 days. They are left with a half of that semester. So they are going to spend it and then
so they spent 41 days, went on vacation for 40 days.
Yes, it wasn't really up to 40 days.
And then they've now gone back to school.
They've now gone back to school.
And they'll be in school up to
10th May.
10th May.
Yes.
Okay, so who are the 28th February people?
The 28th February, the line there is for you to know the semester, where the semester ends.
For the gold track. And then continuation
for
the
all
green
the
track.
levels.
Okay.
That black line there is for you to know the semester.
All right.
For all the levels, whether second, first,
all you
or
need to
third
know
year.
is that you'll be in school. Those who went to school in January, that's the green track. Will
the
be
green
in school
track
up to
10th May. They are going to spend the full 81 days this time.
Great.
In school.
Ken Solomon, Congo. Good morning to you, Ken.
Good morning, Roland.
Please go ahead.
I just wanted to add up to the continuous assessment you were talking about.
You you're also worried about it, eh?
No, I'm not worried, but I wanted to add up something because you were rather like because it was term 1, 2, 3, and now it's 2 semesters. You were kind of your continuous assessment might have a problem, but it's not like that. Well, in this continuous assessment, what
are you a
happened
teacher?
Yes, please.
Okay, go ahead.
What happened with the continuous assessment is at the end of each year, we give, let me say, we find an average of all the text they've written, either be classroom or an exam, and we'll process it with a, let me say, YE card to send it to them. So even if it's one exam you write, it doesn't change the system.
So you are using only one exam to assess a student, or
you don't use one exam. But I mean, even with the classwork, you can even add, because we have a portion where we put up all the exams they've written. Even if it's a class test, you can add it up because it's all an assessment.
All right.
It doesn't need you to write, let me say, term 1, term 2, term 3 for a continuous assessment. But it's one. So it's at the end of the year. Whatever assessment you have over the whole year, that's what you use for continuous assessment.
Well, thank you very much, and thanks for clarifying us.
And he's right, because I've gotten the confirmation here as well.
As a practical teaching student. So he helps, a teacher, so to speak. He helps for us to enrich the conversation. I wish that we had Osman from Sopo on the line again so that you could ask his question. But so all you need to know is that the green track students are staying in school from the 5th of January to May.
Yes,
10th May.
Yes.
That's when they'll break.
And then by then, gold track would also be done with the vacation.
Would have been done, or they would have been on vacation in March, and so would have been coming to school by the time the green track was going out.
Yes. Yes. So they'll come on the 11th of May.
Great.
To also begin their second semester and end on the 6th of September.
Well, this is what we have, so we have to educate appropriately.
Sure.
We have no choice. But thank you also for coming. Anything you want to add before you leave?
No, not.
Okay, I have something to ask you. Why is the Adisco headmaster? What did he do to the education service that you have to suspend? What did you say? Did you interdict or suspend?
Yes, Adisco has been interdicted for alleged violation of GES procedures, and so we are investigating.
Okay.
He's been asked to step aside, and for Nandom, we have relieved him of his post.
Why? The offenses are not the same?
No, not the same. Nandom admitted students illegally.
How?
Well, you know, before you get to any school, you should go through the computerized school selection placement. I mean, you must be placed in a school. And so if a headmaster admits a student
on his own volition,
absolutely, and charge fees, for us, it's a complete violation.
Is that what happened?
That is what happened at
So
Nandom.
A student was admitted and fees were collected. So where did the fees go?
To the headmaster.
Not into the coffers of the school.
No.
Even if it was still illegal.
It was still illegal because they are not supposed to do it. So he has gone with the accountants.
But I've noticed something with the Cape Coast schools as well as the big school, Achimota, Presec and all that. They like to influence the appointments of the heads or even the assistant. They want old boys or people who know the rudiments of the school, are conversant with the environment and all that. And I was instrumental in getting admission or maybe putting into school a student at the beginning of the track. Okay, so I went with the ward. We went through the process, and in one of the schools in Cape Coast, we were made to pay certain fee because they said the PTA says this and all that, and we accepted. You pay. It was not much. I mean, you still pay something all the way. It gave me the indication that the PTAs are very influential in making sure that the students get good education at the school. And so sometimes they are very influential in who gets appointed and how the management operates.
Yes, you are right. But in a way, that is not really bad to have old students, I mean, pushing for their own to lead a school. But how they go about it is what we sometimes have a problem. In as much as you want your own to lead the school or to head the school, we should have somebody who is very competent and who would be able to handle the school, not just that the person is an old student. And when it comes to the PTA issues, yes, we have had issues surrounding PTA levies and all of that. And for us, it has come to our attention where we take a serious, look at it, and very soon we'll come out on the PTA, collection of levies.
So far, the education said, what are you thinking about the PTA? You said they shouldn't on their own charge fees.
Initially, we said the PTA can operate like the old students do. They collect they do their own meetings, collect their monies, and then they put up whatever they want to do for the school.
Or contribute to the
school. To the school. Their activities do not affect the students in any way. And so we are against the PTA that would, use the students to collect money so that where a parent, for you, Roland, if you have refused to pay your...
Or cannot afford.
Well, cannot afford, pay your dues, then would come back to the classroom and sack the student for his or inability to pay PTA.
You think that is bad?
That is bad. It is PTA, Parent Teacher Association.
The disco headmaster, what crime did he commit? Or what did you think was untoward that you've begun investigation?
Well, there were we have allegations of school fees, illegal collection of fees, and then we have a case where he's written to WAEC not to allow some students to write the WASI and without recourse to GES because you are under management.
If you don't write the WASI, so you access it electronically when you finish writing. So the only way the school can collect their fees is to make sure that you pay before you write your exam.
No, what I'm talking about is writing to WAEC to tell them that
without recourse
to GES management, and these are allegations. And for us, we think that once you are under us as head, and once we have the Director General, we have GES management, if you think you have a group of students who have done one or two and you don't want them to write WASI, you have to inform management. You don't just sit in the comfort of your office.
Of the Education Service or the Ministry on the subject of students who maybe previously were asked to pay fees or usually paid fees and haven't been able to meet all those requirements but have to write their final examinations? You should still make them write?
Yes, currently we have the third years who are paying fees, and the third years are for the boarders because with the day students, they are not paying fees at all. And so if you owe, we always entreat them, we ask them to pay. But if you don't pay, that's how come WAEC withholds your results. And so until you pay your fees,
and
you
in
can
this
never
situation
have your
that you are investigating, it's related to students in which of the years? Third year?
Well, that one I would have to clarify as to whether third years was...
Okay. The kitchen staff, the security and those people, do you pay them for running? Because those ones, they are not part of the new 8,000 you employed.
The security, yes, they are non-teaching. We recently employed the teaching staff.
I understand.
And
but
yes.
I'm saying that you've used them. Are you paying them?
We are paying them.
How much?
No, we have non-teaching. Those security and all of that, they are already on government payroll.
No, but if you have overstretched the person, because if they're on vacation, they're also supposed to be on vacation.
Oh, okay. I understand your point now. Yes, I think management will definitely, yes.
Now,
for now, but I would find out.
They are suffering now. Pay them. Oh, Cassandra and GES. But sorry. Thank you. Cassandra Twum Ampofo is the PRO for the Ghana Education Service. I hope that we've all got some clarification on the new, the tweaked schedule of the double track system. Again, I found this quite instructive that not everybody will be part of the double track system by the time it progresses to second, third year. And so some of the schools will not be running it, or maybe it will not even be a double track system by the time you get to second, third year. We'll see how it goes when the workings begin. But in the meantime, though, we have to take a break. When we come back, we're talking about the maiden lecture that was to mark the Constitution Day. Was convened on Monday evening, and the speaker was Professor Bonzi Simpson. He said a number of things, and so we'll be talking about it right here. Stay with us.